Hello, YouTubers. It's Barbie J here. Welcome to my channel, June BLC. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Barbie J here with a recap and review of The Equalizer, Season 5, Episode 17, Acceptance. And I am so sorry that I am late with this review, you guys, but I have so much stuff going on in my life that I will have to tell y'all about later, but it'll all make sense when I do. But please forgive me for being delayed with all of these recaps and not even that, just not even doing anything over the last few weeks. It's going to continue up until June. So please forgive me, guys. Anywho, if you're new here, if you're returning here and have not subscribed to this channel as of yet, please take a moment right now, hit that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell and select all. It'll let you know every time I upload any new content to this channel. Then I ask that you smash that like button, which is the thumbs up button, write a comment and join the conversation, and then share the video because why? Sharing is caring and you want to help a sister's channel grow. Come on now, help a sister channel grow. I don't know what's going on, but this channel is not moving. Anywho, the episode starts off with some guy being shot in a parking garage and another guy running away trying to say that, oh, the shooter's over there, but the police officers put him in handcuffs and they find the dead body and stuff, and then they take him to jail. His attorney gets him off, which happens to be James Munoz, Detective Dante's half-brother. So anyway, we see Detective Dante talking to Captain Watkins about a case or something like that when James walks up. And she's like, oh, what are you here to bother one of my detectives? And Dante says, actually, he's here to see me. This is my brother. And she's like, really? She said, I guess making my life miserable runs in the family. I started laughing. I said, oh my God. She said, they both get on her nerves. So Dante sits down and talks with his brother only to find out he's not there for the reason he thought James would be there. Meanwhile, back at the McCall residence, we see Delilah come in with Aunt Vi. Her hair is hooked up because it is prom night, y'all. It is prom night. She's about to look like Cinderella up in this piece. And Robin had just hung up with talking to Dante, and Dante told him that James was stopping by. So Dante thinks it's about getting together with his sons, and James finally to meet his nephews. So, and Robin was calling him, to go out to breakfast, but they both had busy lives. And she was like saying, this is Dee's prom night. She's so excited. She's happy to be here for her, yada, yada. So when Dee comes in and they're oohing about her hair, Robin gives her the letter from UCLA and finds out that they had a open position and that she has been accepted to UCLA. And they're like, she's going to Cali. She's going to Cali. And Delilah was happy for a minute, and then she stopped and was thinking about it. And we all know what she was thinking about. Her man, Cam. She going to be missing her man, Cam. So later on in the episode, what she does is call Mel to talk to Mel about it. And Mel is like, look, calm down. You don't have to make a decision on UCLA and all this stuff right now, but you should let Cam know. And she was like, okay, cool. Meanwhile, back at the precinct, this is when Dante finds out that James is not there about wanting to have a relationship and see his his nephews. He wants his help with a client. And he gives him backstory on this guy. His name is Cromwell. And he got out of jail and he's really a criminal and they didn't even know it. But he kept saying something didn't feel right about this guy because now his phone is cut off in the hotel that he was staying at. They don't even know who he is. And Dante asks him, did he do a background check? And he said, of course I did, and then he tried to change it so he wasn't getting like kind of funky because he needs his help. So he said, now you need my help and stuff. He said, actually, I heard that you had insight with the Equalizer, so I wanted her help. And he's like, oh, so you came here to get access to my contacts and stuff? He said, you didn't think I could do it? And he said, I didn't think you would want to do it. And he said, well, you put this guy on our radar. You want justice, and that's what we're here for. He said, come on, let's go find him. They go to the last place he was in the jail. They look at the surveillance cameras. They see him talking to some other guy. Later on, they end up finding that guy killed because Cromwell killed him. They end up going into a warehouse with, Harry's help, because Dante called Harry and got all of this stuff involved. And when they found out who this guy really was, um Dante was like, okay, let's take care of this. But Mel said, we respect Robin's privacy just like you do, but she want to be informed about this type of case and stuff. And he said, but it's Dee's prom. She said, I know, but we just want to let her know. So Mel called Robin, and Robin was like, can you handle it on your own? See, which is what Dante was trying to do, like let them handle on their own. And then Dee overheard and said, look, Ma, you said you wanted to be here for this special moment. You're here. This is the moment. You see me and everything. It's fine. You could go. Robin said, okay, I'll be there. But before that scene happened with Robin, Dee came down dressed in her gown for the prom. She looked so beautiful, y'all. She looked lovely. And then Aunt Vi said, but isn't there something missing? And her and Robin looked at each other, and she pulled from behind her back this beautiful necklace that the women in their family have worn for special occasions such as this. And Dee's like, I get to wear the necklace. And they put the necklace on her, and it looked so beautiful with her dress and everything. So that was that moment. So Robin was there for that. But then Robin said she's gonna go, but she promises to be there to see Delilah with Cam together. And I was thinking, Robin, don't be promising stuff like that, because you know how your life could end up going, and you missed this important moment. But she had admitted she had missed so many important moments in Delilah's life. She didn't want to miss this one. So Robin went to meet up with Marcus, Mel, and I guess his brother James. Meanwhile, back at the McCall household, Cam shows up, and he's looking hot in his little tuxedo. He got a corsage for Delilah. And when they both see each other, they just staring at each other like, he's like, you look fine. And she was like, your suit is fire. It was like, and Aunt Vi sitting there trying to take pictures and stuff and everything. And as he tries to pin it on her, what happens? Oh my goodness. What happens is he breaks the strap on her dress. So Aunt Vi said it take 10 minutes to fix. She takes Delilah upstairs to fix it. Cam sits down on the couch. Tell me why. I've never seen them have mail in the middle of the living room, but there's a table there by the couch with the letter open, and it says UCLA, and he read it, and he saw it. All of a sudden, he got in his feelings. Because when they came back down and got into the limo, he started acting funny towards her. She's like, what's going on, Cam? And then he tells her that he saw the letter, and why didn't she tell him? She's like, it just came this morning. I didn't have time. He said, we talked about 10 times today or something like that. He said, not even that. We've been in this limo 20 minutes. You ain't mentioned it. Did you think I wasn't going to be happy for you? Did you think that you'd rather go out and have fun, and then you hit me with this bombshell later? Did you, I was like, well, shoot, that was a good idea. I would have thought that too. But anywho, ain't nobody want to put this on him right before my special night. I mean, I was with that one. I don't know why it was a problem for Cam, but y'all put it down in the comment section if y'all thought that would have bothered you. I would have rather told him the next day after we had fun, because what if he wasn't one of those guys who was accepting of it and had a problem with it? Then the whole night would be ruined for nothing. And some men can act like that. Some of you boys can act like that. They not happy when their women move up. Believe me, I know, because I was married to one. Hello. Anywho, he let her know that he was happy for her, and she apologized for not telling him, but she really wasn't thinking about it or something like that. She made some excuse. Anyway, back a few episodes ago, there was this young man named Chaos that Harry had met, and Chaos was Harry, what they call Harry 2.0. I love it when they say that, because he got those geeky skills just like Harry, but he's a younger version of him. And Harry's been trying to get this guy to go out and not to stay inside as a hermit, like not doing anything but coding all day long in the house. Get out, have a life. Do something else, meet people, go out to eat, whatever. Harry's been trying to get him to not be what Harry had end up being before he met Mel. So, Chaos is giving him a little problems, a little bit of trouble with it, but he's open to it. Okay. So when Harry got Chaos to come to the bar to meet up, that was before they knew that they was going to have this issue. So he was telling Chaos he could leave, but Chaos said, obviously you must need my help if there's this big issue. Where's your lab at? Where's this at? So Harry didn't trust taking him down there, but he said, if you don't take me down there, I'm going to stay in the house forever and never come out. So Harry took him down there, and he got to see where Harry does his work. And while he was there, all of this was happening. And Chaos was like, at least I know your life isn't boring or anything like that. So something happened, and they needed Chaos's help. Well, Harry did. He said, look, either you're going to help out, because Harry did something and he did it real slow. He said, look, either help out or leave. So he opened up his laptop and started helping out. And while Harry is talking to the team, he said, Chaos will tell you to rest. And Chaos said, well, I did this, and that. And Dante was like, who's that? They said, Harry 2.0. Tell you about it later. I was cracking up. It was like too funny. Anyway, right before this happened, Mel had gone into a warehouse because she got there before the team. Harry kept telling her to wait, but she didn't want to wait. And she ended up getting knocked over and almost got killed by Cromwell. But Robin and them had showed up in time. And Cromwell got away. They saw another guy dead on the ground that he killed, that this guy he had met up with in the prison when he was in the jail cell. Remember I told you Dante said he wanted to see the surveillance cameras? Well, that guy he was talking to must have helped Cromwell with something, and he ended up killing him later. But they found out that Cromwell's building a bomb. So they're like, he usually just kills people straight off. Why is he doing a bomb now? So what they found out is there was an international event with some dignitaries that was happening, and they pieced stuff together and figured out that Cromwell would probably be there, and that's why he set off that bomb. And the code that Harry 2.0 put together was some type of like tracker to help you find where the bomb is. So while they're there at that, Dante realizes that Captain Watkins is there doing security. So he had to go in front of her and tell her, what's going on and to be careful. She was like looking at him side eye. He said, my friend is here with me. And she's like, man, like, you about to get fired, you about to lose your job up in here. You about to lose your job. No, but anyway, he said, well, I'm ready to accept the consequences later. So he went to meet up with Mel, and then Robin and Captain Watkins' eyes met. Like, they're still looking around. She's letting her know that I'm looking around and still searching for this guy. They let her know that the person had to be holding a detonator or something in his hand. They had to be close by to set off the bomb. So Dante and Mel are in the back getting information from Harry on how to deactivate the bomb. And Harry and Chaos are going back and forth saying which wire. And Mel is like, look, they're all black, so it doesn't matter which color now. They're all black. And they was like, that's not good. Give us a minute. And Dante's like, sure. We have nothing but time. We got like 2 minutes before it goes off. so Chaos figures it out and says that he read a manual somewhere and and that it's the third wire. And Dante said, are you sure, Chaos? That's the first time I heard him use his name. And Harry said, I have faith in him. And so Mel cut the wire. They were so scared. And let me tell you, it was a matter of seconds after she cut it that Cromwell was out there trying to push the button and detonate it. But Robin had seen him, and she tried to run after him, and somebody blocked her, talking about, press pass, please. And she pushed him out the way while Cromwell was running, and she ran, and Cromwell shot a police officer, something like that. And then he grabbed Captain Watkins. And I knew this was going to happen. It always happens with the captain, the DA, whoever. Robin got to save them. So Robin ended up shooting and killing Cromwell. And Captain Watkins said, I owe you one. And Robin said, I can sure use that favor right now because I'm late for something. And just like I thought, she gave her a police escort to the prom so she wouldn't be late to see Delilah and Cam together looking so beautiful. What a lovely couple they made. And Delilah was happy. She's like, Ma, you made it. It was so sweet. And Robin was like, as if I would be anywhere else but here, So she's taking pictures, and I think Mel was taking pictures too of the lovely couple. But as they're taking pictures, you look at Robin's face and you can see how emotional she was getting. And she was just thinking about her baby girl is growing up and how she's a young woman now. And her mind went back and they flashed back to different scenes between Dee and Robin and even Aunt Vi and them doing things together, dancing and chatting and bandaging up, bruises and bumps and everything the times that they spent together, all these little special moments were popping up on the screen. And I liked how they did that with them laughing together and crying together and praying over dinner together. It was really, really nice. And I was thinking while watching this, if they're showing Delilah going off to college and stuff, what is that leading to? What is that leading to with this show? Because we all were thinking that maybe there would be a Equalizer 2.0 with Delilah following in her mother's footsteps, you know? We all was thinking something like that, weren't we? Is she going to go to Cali? We don't know. And I'm curious, will she no longer be in the episode if she does go there? And I think one of the most touching scenes was when Mel was rubbing Robin's back and said, "You did good, Rob. You did real good." And you could see the emotion on Robin's face like she wanted to cry. But my question is, where was Delilah's father? How come he wasn't there? I'm shocked that he wasn't there to see her get dressed and go to the prom and all of that stuff and greet the young man again. Anybody felt that way? Put it in the comment section if you felt that way as well. And so the episode ended with first Chaos telling Harry that he took his advice and he's going bike riding with a group of people. And he said, "Am I off the hook for now coming for a beer every week?" And he said, "Oh no, come next week and be thirsty." And he said, "Don't make it weird." Chaos is funny. I like that kid. And so he left the Bat Cave with his bike. And then we get over to the precinct where we see Detective Dante sitting at his desk with his shield and his gun laid out in front of him, waiting for Captain Watkins to fire him. But when she came out of her office and looked at him, he said, "Captain," she said, "Good night, Detective. I'll expect your report on my desk first thing in the morning." And he's like, "Thank you, Captain," with a smirk on his face, like, what happened here? And at that same moment, James walked in and sat down saying that he heard that Dante almost got himself blown to bits. And Dante's like, "That's what I signed up for." He said, "But I would have been feeling bad if something had happened to you, considering I don't even know you." And Dante said, "Well, we could change that right now. Dinner at my house. It's about time you come to meet your nephews." And he put out his hand to shake it, and James shook his hand. And the last scene, which is the scary part, is Dante and Robin show up at that cabin that they've been trying to get some away time in. It finally became available. They're out there together, about to start knocking boots and doing all of this and doing all of that. When what in the world do we see? Those two lovebirds are being watched by none other than Salazar. That's somebody they were going after. Robin really was, and wanted to take him down and kill him, but he got away from them. He got away. And I'm like, they are out there by themselves, and more than likely they might have a weapon or two, but I don't think they have much with them other than some lingerie, you know what I mean? And their bodysuits, meaning their birthday suits, I should have said. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode down in the comment section. I thought it was wonderful again. And don't forget to continue with the hashtag Save the Equalizer. Hashtag Save the Equalizer on everything you post and write about it. It's your girl Barbie J saying, please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.